Hi everybody, this is PsyonicReaver bringing you a Starcraft 2 commentary. We have here in the bottom right hand corner Protoss player Ryan, who is going up against the Yellow Terran Stalife, or Stalife. I don't know how people pronounce it. I'm going to call him Stalife because that's how I want to say it. Or I guess it's Stalife. I don't know. Everybody has a different way of saying it. I'm going to call him Stalife because I think that sounds better. So yeah. So the map is Kulas Ravine, which is a popular StarCraft 2 map. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this map in some tournament or another for Gosu Coaching or Gosu Gamers or Team Liquid. Somewhere I'm sure you guys have seen this map, so you know how it's laid out. You got the small choke leading out to natural expansion on the same ground as your main base. And of course you have the expansion up on the high ground with the rocks here. And then also another entrance of rocks for you to destroy if you wish to get out into the map, into the gold minerals here, or out into the middle of the map. Building like a watchtower can also be activated to keep an eye on this, make sure enemies don't bust up your rock wall. So far, just standard build openings from both players. I will admit, I do not know Ryan all that well. I don't really quite know who he is, where he comes from, what he does for a living, how many kittens and puppies he has. Don't know all that much about him. He's playing Protoss and he's pink. Now Stalife, I know quite a bit about from Brood War. He's played Brood War as long as I can remember. He's competed in a lot of tournaments and also for the TSL, TSL2, things like that. So been around the Brood War scene for a long time, and now he's getting into StarCraft 2. This map was played, once again, like I said, just for fun. I don't think it was for a tournament or anything like that. IC Cup Diamond gave me this replay. Said it was a fun game and I would enjoy commentating it. So at the moment we can see that Ryan was using his Chrono Boost to get his Econ jump started. That's one thing Protoss players have in the early game that can really help their Econ get going strong. Is that Chrono Boost in the Nexus can help you get a lot of probes out very quickly, get a really strong Econ. And only the Zerg have anything that can come close to the Protoss Chrono Boost in terms of producing a lot of peons quickly. Of course, the Zerg get the inject larva, but they still have that choice of if they want to, make a lot of econ, aka drones, or a lot of army. Use that larva for armies. But Protoss using the Chrono Boost as well to get his upgrades out faster, and also to train units faster. Now you can see Stalife is using mules. That's how he's catching up in terms of econ. Even though he has 5 less peons than Ryan does, he's using those mules and he's staying just barely ahead of Ryan in terms of econ using that mule. That mule gives him one, big boost every few seconds. So a little micro going on in the middle here. And hey, I'm doing a commentary, guys. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. It's my roommates, Inca, Machine, and Iokin. They're calling each other bishes in the background. Oh, they're calling me a bish. Got it. So Ryan opting to go for the Void Race here. Now there is an attack coming by Stalife. He's expanding, and of course in Brood War, whenever you do an attack, or whenever you want to expand, you should do an attack to try to draw attention away from the fact that you're expanding. Hence why Stalife moving in here, putting down a bunker, forcing Ryan to pull his probes to defend against this. He's only got 2 Stalkers, which wouldn't fare very well against 2 Marauders and a Marine, but having to pull these probes off. Another Stalker being warped out. Going to be able to just barely defend against this attack. Didn't lose any probes, but he lost quite a bit of mining time. And of course that's going to give Stalife the advantage to get his expansion, which is about halfway finished, up and running. 2 barracks going down as well. Now Stalife, if we go to his first person view here, he did not see that Stargate, but he's guessing that Ryan's either going Void Rays or Immortals because the second gateway warped in as they were fighting, and obviously Ryan's just not sitting around twiddling his thumbs, so he's got either a Robo or a Stargate hidden away somewhere, so he's just being extra safe. Threw down 2 barracks, and it also could be because he might have, because he was microing so much during that battle, didn't keep quite up on his macro, and he's just trying to spend his resources. But this is the right answer to either a mass, or not a mass Colossus, or class Immortal. This is a good reaction to an Immortal strategy or even a Void Ray strategy. Now Marines don't do quite as well against Immortals or against Void Rays as they do Immortals, but you have to forgive me, I'm stumbling over my words. It's been a while since I've commentated. Marines don't do as well against Void Rays as they do Immortals, just because Void Rays, once they get fully charged up, can take out a lot of Marines very quickly, and of course they have the advantage of flying. They can fly over terrain, water, things like that. It's hard for Marines to chase them down. They're also very quick units, so I think Stalife would probably prefer to be going up against Immortals at this point. His Marines can easily chase those down and DPS them down. He's got a lot of Marines idling around in the main base and just kind of being really defensive at the moment. He lost the Xel'Naga Watchtower when he made that attack, so he's not sure what's going on, what's happening. And Xel'Naga Watchtowers in StarCraft 2 are critical to hold. You want to try to hold those all the time so you can have as much area viewable as possible. Of course, you can see Ryan can see exactly when Stalife moves out in this area, sees the SCV coming out, things like that, and going to warp a Zealot out to try to stop that SCV. He's also coming in, moving around behind to destroy these rocks. Going to move right into the Terran base. And Stalife, once again, he doesn't know what's going on. He's got his forces kind of all over the place. He's thinking there might be an attack coming in from the middle, so he moves his army out of his main into the natural. And this is one mistake a lot of Terran players make in StarCraft 2, is they kind of do what they do in Brood War. They put a lot of defense at their expansions, but oh no, there's a back entrance to your base. He's either not paying attention, or, I mean, this is why you need to make sure you have a depot nearby, something so you can see this. Luckily for him, the Void Rays kind of fly too far ahead of the army. He sees that on the minimap, pulling back his forces now, but it's too late. No bunkers are in place, no missile turrets are up. Void Rays are fully charged on those rocks, and they're just coming in, and they're just wrecking everything. The Marines, now there are quite a lot here. We'll see what Stalife can do with them. He's trying to focus fire down these Stalkers first. I don't think that's a good idea. He should be having the SCVs and the Marauders deal with the Stalkers and just having the Marines focus fire the Void Rays, but just not enough Marines. Just look at that. If Ryan was even microing those Void Rays just even a little bit, he wouldn't have lost that Void Ray. He could keep putting the pressure on with 2 Void Rays, but at this point, you know, there's no Marines left on the field. This Void Ray is just going to have a field day with the remaining forces that Stalife has. Trying to get his bunkers operational, but really, at this point, having lost all those Marines that he had saved up, it's going to be really difficult to chase down these Void Rays and take him out, especially when his Marines are already so low HP from the early engagement and from using stem packs. And now these bunkers are completely empty. Zealots are coming in now, mopping up. And Stalife is going to be hard-pressed to try to fend off this attack. He's pulled SCVs from gas. He's just trying to get as much minerals out as possible to try to hold off these forces. Should be retreating these SCVs back to the main, spamming his mules here, but looks like he's just going to go ahead and just give this expansion up for loss and just lose all these peons here. Meanwhile, Stalife is just going to try to sit back and just hold his bases. More Void Rays coming up. And now this is a good point for Ryan. You know, he's killed the Terran expansion, he's killed a lot of the Terran army. The last thing he wants to do is lose his army accidentally to some, I don't know, random happenstance. I mean, things can change so quickly in StarCraft in an instant. If you're not careful, you can lose your army very quickly. You see these Void Rays are trying to chase down these Vikings. One Void Ray goes down, the bunker goes down as well, but Stalife's trying to lure these forces over to the other bunker so he can utilize that as well, but Ryan's not having any of it. Now the one thing that Ryan is suffering from here as well is, even though he's microing his forces very well against Stalife, he's letting his macro slip. You can see he just got up to 700 minerals, spent a few of it, getting back up to 700 minerals again, and now he's going to build a Nexus at his natural, try to, you know, this is a good opportunity to expand, just be defensive at this point. There's no need to try to suicide your army to kill the player right now unless you feel you really have the army advantage. But he's got tech advantage, he's going to have econ advantage, no need to risk that. You know, just hold his Xel'Naga Watchtowers, keep an eye on the enemy movement, and, you know, just prevent the Terran from taking another base. He can easily win the game. Coming in again to try to put some pressure on Stalife. Marines getting focused here, looks like they're on hold position. One Viking's not going to do too much. Got the reactor going on for it, but he just doesn't have the resources. He lost too many SCVs. to the Void Race and to the Zealots. Two Hellions coming in. They're going to try to come around and get as many probe kills as they can. We'll see what they can do here. Void Ray just being built. Looks like Ryan's going to pull that back. Microing his probes around, trying to escape from the Hellions. And really, he should have just fled them to his natural or just get them away. Just manually spread them out. But keep them clumped up like this. You can see the Hellions are getting a lot of kills. 11 probes dead so far. Looks like almost 12 probes. 12, maybe 15 probes. But now Ryan's like, you know what? Don't care. I got expansion. I got Void Rays. He's just going to come in and finish Stalife off. Stalife has a few Vikings, some Marines, but this is a good army composition by Ryan. He's got the Sentries, Stalkers, Zealots. I mean, this is a really tough combo to take out, especially without any Marauders in the area to help focus down those Stalkers. So really, this is Ryan's game to lose at this point. Vikings coming in, trying to focus down the Void Rays. You can see Ryan was focusing that Starport. His force is still kind of getting confused. The AI kind of not specifically targeting what he wants to target, but still getting the job done. Bunker going down, and Stalife looks like he's going to have to force to concede this game. There's the GG, and Ryan takes this victory over Stalife. Thanks everybody for watching. This is PsyonicReaver, and hopefully you'll see some more from me in the future.